Okay. Next question, Dr. Kingsley. Are there where we cannot use Nigerian English? So where can we use Nigerian English?
All right, over to your next question, Dr. Kachi. Yeah, if I understand your question, you're asking about delimitation in terms of usage. That is when using Nigerian English. Are there contexts where you think they should not be? I think they should not be used. My answer is yes and no. All right, and I'll tell you why. I'm sure you remember in 2020, yes, when about nearly 30 Nigerian English words were added to the Oxford English Dictionary. So many Nigerian newspapers interviewed me, all right, and one of them, one of prominent one I still remember was Punch, all right, and Punch did ask me exactly this question you asked me, and I said yes and no, as I said, and I said no, because I think you can. In Nigerian English is not just can be used, but it's actually used in every context. I do not know any context. Okay, I know one context in Nigeria, and that's in the context of public examinations. Public is like WAEC and JAMB. WAEC and JAMB is still crazily pro-British English, all right? Okay, but apart from that, in the classroom, in the university, people do speak and write in Nigerian English. In journal articles, in research articles, people write. I'm a proofreader. I'm a copy editor, so I edit a lot of Nigerian writers. They do write in Nigerian English. All right, I see elements, a lot of elements of Nigerian English in their writing. So yes, practically every context. All right. So yes. Then why I say that's why I said no. But why I said yes is in the context of public exams, like WAEC, NECO, JAM, screening tests, and all that, NAPDEB, and all those public exams in Nigeria. Nigerian English hasn't been recognized. All right. So that's, for example, practically most Nigerians say sachet, all right, sachet water, all right. But then if you see that word in WAEC oral English, for example, and you spell sachet, you would fail, isn't it? Because it's sachet. All right, and pure water, for example, I was describing my children who are here in the UK what is pure water to them just last week. Pure water is speak of Nigerian English. All right, if you say, oh, please buy me a bag of pure water, practically every Nigerian will understand what you mean, because it's something that is quite common. But let me not derail from your question, right? So if you're a student writing such exams, all right, or even writing normal secondary school or university exams, some lecturers still believe that anything you do not say in the British English way is wrong. And I say, for me, it's not. If for example, my students are writing to me in Nigeria, and I see examples of Nigerian English, I personally don't have any problem with that. And I know many people who do the kind of research I do not have any problem with that. But that might be influenced by our research orientations. So because of that, not everybody accepts, and there's no public policy yet accepting Nigerian English. So because of that, my advice actually I gave to Punch was that students should be careful in using it, because they need to pass. That's the truth. Because the public examining bodies like WAEC, NECO, and JAMB do not accept Nigerian English for a model yet. So because they do not, so if you use that to approach any of those exams, you will fail and you wouldn't be happy. So I told Punch, yeah, students should be careful, all right. And that was what they used to, of all the beautiful things I said about Nigerian English, that was what they used to do the caption all right, the caption of my interview, and I wasn't particularly happy about it, and I wrote them to tell them I didn't like the title you gave, because the title was "Be Wary of Nigerian English," something like that. I can't remember, and it seemed, and it was my name after "Be Wary of Nigerian English," Dr. Ukwai. All right, this is something I'm so passionate about. All right, this is just being practical. I was just being practical, but then that was the only. That's probably the only negative, so to speak, I said. But of all the many positive things I said, that was what they picked to use to do their title. So I'll say yes, when you are writing any of these exams, you need to be careful. But otherwise, Nigerian English can be used in every context. I hope I have attempted your question. Thank you so much, Dr. Kachi, and goodbye.